Thanks for joining us here on Arc Salt Lake. I'm Brian Cheney. It is Wednesday, August 6th. Tonight is Utah's Missing. We have developments on the search for Kylie Arellano, as well as some long-awaited closure for the family of Justin Hyman. We'll get to that in just a moment. But first, meteorologist Sean Kelly here with our first alert forecast. And Sean, I know we hit 101 today along the Wasatch Front today. This has been one of the warmer days that we've experienced in the last week or so.
Yeah, but it's been better than last year, at least. Last year we had over a dozen triple-digit days at this point in time. But yeah, we did hit it for the fifth time of the season, so it's been hot, and that is triggering, of course, the fire warnings today. That combined with the wind and the drought that continues to worsen across the state. You can see those fire warnings continuing up through much of the area today. That continues for tomorrow and even for portions of southern Utah on Friday. And the reason being, of course, as I mentioned, the winds, which have been whipping quite a bit, especially down towards the south and west. But they are getting a little bit lighter, and they'll continue to improve here as we get closer towards the nighttime hours. But boy, is it still hot out there. 97 degrees right now. If those people may be enjoying the Bees game this evening, it's still going to be quite toasty. We're going to go from the lower 90s to the 70s as you head home. So it's good news with dry air and lighter winds. Those temperatures will be able to cool off quite a bit. But coming up, my first alert weather forecast. You have the all clear here, the green light to get your car washed, doing any outdoor yard work or plans like that. Probably Friday or Saturday will be best to be enjoying the day, as we've got some cooler temperatures heading our way. I'll let you know how long that lasts coming up in my first alert weather forecast.
It has now been 69 days since Kylie Arellano walked away from her home in Garden City, Utah. Kylie's mother, Stephanie, expressed a little frustration early on with the Rich County Sheriff's Office, who as of now is a little bit more understaffed than it was when Kylie went missing over 2 months ago. A search team out of Arizona equipped with search dogs is now on the case. They say they believe that Kylie is being trafficked. Take a listen.
What stands out to me is that this is a very typical almost like poster child for human trafficking. Kylie was talking to a lot of people she didn't know on the internet. There was apps and stuff I know that were involved, like Roblox and stuff that are just known for being just littered with predators and everything. So that's what really stands out to me, is that this is a pretty typical trafficking case. Like when I was reading over it, I was just immediately, red flag. Almost every red flag was popping up. From what I've been trained in rescuing and seeing seeing trafficking red flags and stuff like that. So that really stood out to me. I really think she left to go meet up with someone she maybe was talking to on the internet, and there's two options. Either she's staying of her own free will, which I don't really think is happening, or more that she obviously was meeting up with someone who wasn't who they said they were, and now she's in danger of exploitation.
Casey, from your conversation with the Rich County Sheriff yesterday, I believe, what were some of the takeaways from that conversation and what the small agency has tried to do since Kylie went missing? It's now approaching almost 70 days since no one has seen her or heard from her.
Well, being in the conversation with the sheriff, they have been tracking down every lead that they get, regardless of how small or how large it is. They've been running down everything that comes across their desk. They are a very small town department. They're normally 200 people on any given day. And then during tourist season, it jumps to about 2,000 people. So I'm assuming that it gets very overwhelming. So they're doing the best they can with resources that they have. And after we introduce ourselves and tell them what we're about, they are very happy to work with us, and we're happy to work with them.
What do you hope to do next?
We want to bring Kylie home. Even though Kylie's endangered and she's missing, we just want to bring her home safe.
And the steps to that are, we're putting ads out on social media. We're targeting locations that we think she might be in with these ads. And then as we get any tips or leads in, we will investigate it. And we even have scent dogs that we can bring out if there's a confirmed sighting that we can use to try to track down her exact location. That we do, but those are the steps right now, is just getting the word out about her, because people, if they may be seeing her and they don't realize she's in danger and that she's a missing child.
Our biggest goal and job right now is to get her flyer and her face in front of every single person who's watching, every single person on social media, so it's harder for her or whoever having her to hide her. Everywhere they turn, we want them to see her face.
And yes, we want them to take pictures or video if they think they see her and send it to us so that it can be either confirmed or that it's her or confirmed that it's not her. Typically runaways, they may stay away for a few days, a week, if they're upset with their parents or something like that. But especially kids, eventually they come home because they realize that they're missing the comforts, they're missing their favorite foods. It's hard being out on their own. So the fact that she's been missing for so long and there's been no sighting, no contact. What was big to me is her phone got shut off and hasn't been turned back on. And that's a sign that someone does not want her to be tracked and found. So the fact that she's been gone for so long, there's been no contact, her phone is off. All of that tells me that she's likely being held against her will. And these are all stuff that like professionals would do. Professionals would know to get rid of the phone or turn it off so she can't be tracked, and to hide her so she isn't seen by the public as much. A lot of times they will send money and gifts, and Kylie had a bunch of transactions in her bank account that her mom had no idea about. And that's how these people will lure these kids out. They will send them money and gifts, and they'll often use someone their age or pretend to be their age in order to make the kid feel comfortable that they aren't a threat. So it's literally everything that traffickers do has basically, there's evidence of that happening with Kylie. So that's why I'm really thinking that. And I know people may think trafficking isn't really as big of a deal, but when you look at the numbers, there's 50 million people that are trafficked each year and worldwide. And that's a lot of people. So it is a big problem. Kylie, if you're watching this, try to get away. The longer you stay with these people, the less of a chance it is that we will find you. So, fight, try to get away, run away, signal to people when you're out and about. I don't know if people know, but this hand signal here, if you see that, it means someone's in danger. They're not going willingly with the person they're with. So that's a signal that people can be looking out for as well. And she can signal to people without being super obvious and getting her in danger. But that's what we really want out, is the quicker we find her, the better the chance of the results.
If we catch a drop of sweat that has been left by her, we can track it. So, and she'll take us right to wherever she is. So wherever she is, we just need that little clue to allow our dog to find her. We're getting the word out through places that we didn't even know existed before because of them. We're getting out through Utah Truckers Association. So if she pops up at a truck stop, every truck in the state will have her photo and her flyer. We're just making sure that everywhere she turns, her face is going to be there. And that's how we bring her home. And the only thing I would add to the public is, how would you feel if this was your kid? If this was your kid and they were missing and you thought this was going on, you would want the whole world to come down on whoever or whatever is happening and make things happen. And everybody else to do. We're asking everybody else to treat this as if she's your kid.
Well, do you think you have seen Kylie? You can always call or text the investigators we mentioned here, but also the Rich County Sheriff's Office, R3 25R308 is the case number. Definitely reach out to the sheriff there as they continue investigating this. For immediate sightings, please call 911. And as always, as Kylie's mom mentioned to me weeks ago, if you believe it's her, take a picture, take a video, and make sure to submit that with the location. Do it immediately as well, so they can actually get a track on her location rather than hours later. Treat it as immediate. It's been almost 70 days since Kylie Arellano was last seen or heard from after she left Garden City, Utah, which is up by Bear Lake. After 8 years of pain and confusion, remains of Justin Hyman were found. DNA confirmed, some testing there confirmed it to be Justin Hyman. This was an update from just last night from Jason Jensen, a private investigator who joined us on the program here on Utah's Missing previously to discuss this case. Back in 2017, at the time, 28 years old, Justin Hyman was believed to be near the Fortitude Treatment Center in Salt Lake City. Justin and his mother made plans for lunch at Intermountain Medical Center, where he was working on the construction of the parking garage there, and she was about to begin a new job. Justin never showed up. The details of the discovery have not yet been shared. Again, the PI that has been kind of keeping this in the forefront here, Jason Jensen, says the case has been handed over to West Valley City Police and there could be a press conference planned for the future. But for now, we will respect the privacy of the family here. Back in May, we spoke to Jensen about the years of work he dedicated to this case, as well as some of his advice to those who are missing some loved ones out there. You can find that entire interview right now. It is on our YouTube page. Coming up on Ark Salt Lake, with over 800 arrests contributed to and 9 years of service, Detection K-9 Emma is ready for retirement. We'll show you how the St. George Police Department celebrated her service when we come back.
That's so good. Did you get it? Yes. That's so good. That's so good.
That is Emma, a successful detection-only K-9 who proudly served the St. George Police Department from 2019 to 2025. We first came across her work last May. We found her in some reports, and I put together this piece where she sniffed out over 24 pounds of fentanyl and an estimated 108,000 counterfeit oxycodone pills during a traffic stop. 2 News obtained this body camera footage and the arrest that came from an anonymous tip through St. George Dispatch Center. The officer deployed K9 Emma for a free air sniff around the vehicle and indicated to her officer that there were drugs on board. The officer returned back to the car, located the big duffel bag with all the goods inside. Emma stopped the trafficking of over $1.7 million worth of drugs. Earlier today, like a traditional officer, Emma got her final call as part of her last day on the job. Take a listen.
I'll be 1042. This will be K9 Emma's final 42.
K9 Emma was more than just a working dog. She was a loyal partner, protector, and beloved member of the St. George Police Department. Over her distinguished career, she has completed 1,894 deployments, leading to the seizure of more than 180 kilograms of narcotics, over 200,000 in illicit currency, 61 firearms, 2 explosive devices, and 840 arrests, including 2 remarkable apprehensions. Emma was also a community favorite, winning hearts during school visits and demonstrations with her obedience, focus, and signature work. As she retires, she leaves behind a legacy of courage, dedication, and unmatched service. Thank you, Emma, for protecting our community. You've earned your rest, whole milk, and all the belly rubs. Copy your final 42 at 1621.
Emma's a total baddie. Shout out to her handler, Officer Ott, as well, who has worked with her for a number of years. And Emma had a prior handler as well. Just so much work went into the last, 9 years or so. If you actually date back to all of Emma's work with the St. George Police Department, working a tireless job and hopefully getting lots of playtime and reward after getting the goods. And you see it here in that video. You can see my original report on Emma's legendary bust over on our website, KUTV.com. Well, about time to get there once again. It is warm outside, obviously across the state, really dry, and a lot of the fuels are very flashy right now for wildfire. Meteorologist Sean Kelly joining us here now with our first alert forecast, and we hit triple digits again today, Sean.
We sure did for the fifth time this season. Can you believe it? And that's well below or well above normal. It is. You could see the normal for this time of year actually cool down a little bit, so that means we're heading in the right direction. Not quite the record for the year, but again, pretty remarkable here. So hot temperatures across much of the state. We've got temperatures here as we head through the evening, eventually cooling down, but we've been just so dry here over the past several days. We're going to continue that trend. 33 days without any measurable rain in Salt Lake City, 16 days so far in St. George. Are we going to continue that? Absolutely. With the 11th driest on record for our summer as a whole, only picking up just over 1/4 of an inch, 3/10 of an inch of rain. And yeah, we've got no rain here in the forecast, unfortunately, and nothing really to help the drought other than some cool temperatures. As we head through the evening, we're going to cool things down from the upper 90s to the lower 90s here if you're heading to the RSL game. We also have several concerts that are going to continue here this evening, including another one concert just outside our studio here at the Gallivan Center. Temperatures right now cooling down a little bit. We're at 90 in Provo, 93 in Ogden. Plenty of sunshine, but hazy skies. We've got some of that wildfire smoke. We've been dealing with a little bit more of that yesterday. It's going to be more intermittent here through the next 24 hours, but generally improving tomorrow. That wildfire risk remaining high for much of the state today. As we end the day tomorrow, it becomes a little bit more widespread for nearly every county, a little bit lower chance further up towards the north and west, but definitely something that we're going to continue to deal with here. We've got the winds in place out of the southwest. They've been gusting over 30 miles per hour. That's still doing that in the Cedar City area, but they have gotten a little bit lighter. They will get lighter through the overnight, and then through the day tomorrow, you'll see it's going to be another windy one, especially back down towards the south. As we get into Friday, though, we've got a cold front moving in. Lighter winds up towards the north, but also wind direction out of the northwest will bring us some cooler temperatures, but still plenty gusty down towards the south and east. A little bit cloudier as well this evening in the Provo area, Delta, Richfield, some of that moisture working its way in. A few sprinkles across some of the higher terrain, Price area into Vernal, not going to amount to much. In fact, a lot of that will even evaporate before reaching the ground. So the majority of us will continue to stay dry and windy and hot. But here comes our cold front tomorrow night into Friday, and that will bring us some relief, thankfully, from this heat, and boy, do we deserve it. Unfortunately for St. George, you're only going to see temperatures cool off a few degrees. We go from 106 down to 104 as we work our way into Saturday. As we get into next week, it's still plenty hot. In fact, it gets even hotter, back up to 107 degrees across the Wasatch Front. We're dealing with temperatures going from 98 degrees down into the 80s for Friday and Saturday, and then 89 on Sunday. So that's a big change here with temperatures into the 80s, so cooling off by more than 10 degrees. So that's pretty substantial, kind of almost fall-like cold front moving in, so that'll feel really nice if you're going to be out and about, especially nice and cool Saturday morning, 62 degrees, Brian.
I almost don't believe those overnights dipping down that low. It's kind of nice.
I know. You got to get. It's going to be for 1 hour. You got to get out there early, and then those temperatures will rise quickly. But again, 98 to 86, more than 10-degree temperature drop. That's nice.
Yeah, and then we just get right back into it, though. I mean, it's not a long-term sort of fix.
It's
at
still,
this point.
It's still August. It's still August. That's the reality.
August. Well, I'm glad how excited you guys get over these things.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite. Is you see the high temp, and then we see obviously that nice drop off. You got to get in your exercise maybe still early these days.
Yeah, and your sweatshirt in the morning too.
Sweatshirt. Can you? Well, you got to get up at like what, 4 in the morning for that sweatshirt?
Exactly.
Thank you, Sean. Coming up on Arc Salt Lake, their crews pulled off something that many would think would be impossible. How soon those affected by the Monroe Canyon fire will have full system power better than before. Some good news for those affected by the Monroe Canyon fire in just one day at all. The amazing crews at Garcane Power have replaced all the burned poles on the transmission line. The cutover could really happen at any moment. Parts of the grid will come up in stages.
Yeah, that means no more worrying about generators and fuel, though the night and full system power even better than before.
Let's talk some Jazz hoops now. In a trade with the Boston Celtics, the Utah Jazz just acquired former Jazz forward George Niang. The Jazz are also getting 2 future second-round draft picks. Boston is getting forward R.J. Luis Jr.
Yeah, that's right. Niang was on the team between 2017 and 2021. He's also played for Indiana, Philadelphia, Cleveland, and Atlanta. Still haven't made it to a game, but I need.
Wait, what?
I haven't made it to a game yet.
Oh, George was on the team when the team was, your Donovan, Rudy Gobert era.
Yeah.
He was a part of some really, really good rosters there for the Jazz just right around that pandemic time when the team was really hot. We got to get you to a game.
It'd be nice for a winning season, too.
Well, yeah, that's always nice. But we got to get you to a game. We'll take the tickets. See you tomorrow night at 7. Take care.